A new station was being made on the outskirts of SODOR. The station is known as the Benworth Station. Benworth had his own yard that contained tankers of various gases, all kept in their own separate containers that must be dealt with caution. Due to the nature of the station, this station was mainly maintained by diesels, but steam engines would often find their way onto the line to bring workmen or carry a train of petroleum for buses and diesels. One day, Edward arrived at Benworth with a train of yardmen. Upon arriving, he saw tankers upon tankers of gas. And along with them was SpamCan. "Oh, it's you," muttered SpamCan. Edward rolled his eyes. "Don't worry," replied Edward. "I'll be on my way shortly. Just bringing you the passengers." SpamCan shuddered. "I don't know why the Fat Controller brings you steamies over here with your fighter boxes. You'll get us all reduced to nothing but scrap metal." Before Edward could reply, SpamCan set off noisily with his train of gas tankers. "A pleasant mood as always," sighed Edward. "Never mind," said his driver. "Let's get your silver filled for the trip back." Unknown to the both of them, disaster laid ahead. Nobody is sure how. Perhaps the tanker was faulty, or it was banged up from a diesel. But a tanker containing propylene was beginning to leak out gas. To Edward and his crew, it appeared as though a fog was rolling in. How odd, thought Edward. The gas surrounded Edward's wheels, and that's when they smelt it. "Quick, shut out the firebox!" called the driver. The fireman did it once, and fear was setting in for Edward and his crew. He let out a loud whistle as he backed up to the platform quickly. He and his crew called out, "Gas! Gas!" Not too long after, a siren began blaring. Workmen climbed out into their cars and sped off, while others had to retreat into the coaches. The guard then blew his whistle. "We'll have to move on without your firebox, old boy," said the driver. "It's that, or we get scrapped." Edward understood all too well, and with a strain and a red tint on his face, he charged out of the station. Edward moved as fast as he could. He, his crew, and the passengers were all in peril. They were soon out of the gas, but not safe yet. "We can open the firebox, but if that gas blows up, the shockwave will doom us all." He opened the firebox, and the firemen shoveled coal in for dear life. Edward shoved as fast as he could. He had never gone as fast as he has now. Back at the station, there was an exposed flame. When the gas made its way to the flame, there was a huge explosion. With the other tankers, it only made the explosion far worse. In the far distance, Edward could see the bright light of the explosion and dark clouds of smoke. "Don't stop!" yelled his driver. "We need to beat the shockwave!" As Edward puffed, the shockwave quickly grew closer and closer, and soon the shockwave struck. But thankfully, it was only strong enough for the windows on the coaches to shatter. Edward and his crew were still chuckling. Edward returned to Natford Station. There was panic amongst a huge crowd of people, but he, his crew, and the passengers were all safe. As time passed, it was found that nobody had been hurt. Sir Topham Hatt was grateful and had ordered for the immediate cancellation of the construction for Benworth.
The station is far too dangerous for my railway.
Edward's bravery allowed him a long rest, and every engine sang their praises to Edward for being all right. All except Spamcam, who remained respectful enough to stay silent. Not a word was uttered from him. Nothing about steam engines, and nothing about fireboxes.